Hey guys, it's Heather. So today I'm going to do a tag. I kind of like came up with this, like I was sitting there one day and I thought about, giving you guys my favorite YouTubers, pretty much like my top 5, and basically kind of like taking it a step further than that and telling you how I came across them and basically what I learned from them and, if I still watch them and whatnot. So that's basically what I'm going to do today. So it's kind of like, kind of like a tag that's been going around, but a little further and deeper into it. So I thought I would show you. So I thought I would tell you guys, about like my top 5, and how I kind of started watching YouTube and stuff like that. So that's basically what we're going to do today. And yeah, and I'd like to know basically how you came across my channel. If you do a video, you can definitely do this tag on your top 5, even if I don't make it into your top picks. Just kind of like, it's like the dollar bill, like, where the Where's George thing and how it, travels and you sign it and basically where all it goes to. It's kind of like, that's what I think about with YouTube, is because there's so many people doing YouTube beauty videos. It's kind of neat, like how you run across some people and stuff like that. So that's basically what this little kind of tag is going to be. So the first person that I started watching is Emily Noel 83, and yes, a lot of these YouTubers are very big and popular and kind of obvious, like, yeah, you would come across them. It's kind of neat to see, like, basically how I came about them, what I learned from them, if I still watch them, stuff like that. So Emily Noel 83, I started watching her and I remember her, like, I don't remember the exact first video, but her thing that she constantly talked about was the outer V, the outer V, the outer V. And I remember sitting there, with my phone, watching her and like, doing the little motions that she would do. And she was really is who introduced me to the outer V thing. And I would sit there and I would watch her videos and I would, try to come up or watch her looks and see all the different combinations that she would do. And I just loved watching her. And this has been a few years back. Now I still am subscribed to her and I still do enjoy her videos. I just don't watch them as much. Not that I don't think she's great. I've found other people. So, I mean, with her, I just remember like what she really taught me is the outer V. The next one would be like Makeup by TiffanyDS. I loved watching her. The first thing that I learned from her, or the first video I do remember that I saw from her, I remember this has been several years back. I had gotten a short haircut and I was kind of like, I didn't really like it. I wasn't used to it and I was trying to figure out how to style it, and the stylist I had was not really that good and I wasn't very comfortable with it. And I just Googled it and TiffanyDS little bob, like one of her old videos came up, and how she used the little Velcro rollers and how she blow dried it and everything like that. That was the first video I watched from her and I subscribed. And then I was kind of like, she was, I think, the first one that I watched, and then it was like Emily Noel. But like, it was kind of like, from there I was like, wow, there's makeup, and TiffanyDS is really who kind of brought to life the whole MAC thing. I knew about MAC products far before YouTube, before I ever even watched YouTube, but it wasn't like, I had a few MAC products and that was kind of the extent of it. It wasn't like that important to me. And then as watching her, because her old videos, it was like MAC, MAC, MAC. She used MAC constantly. And I learned a lot more kind of about how the different products worked, the brushes and stuff like that, before she kind of went to the Sigma route. So I do still enjoy watching her. I like, a lot of her videos as well. So yeah, I mean, that's where like TiffanyDS came about. And then of course it was Candy Johnson. Hers wasn't so much like her beauty makeup side, but hers was more of the Halloween kind of how she could transform herself and to pretty much anything side. My husband and I used to watch her costume videos all the time, and she could just do anything and we were just amazed at how great she was. So that is kind of like what I liked about her, was more of the costumey side instead of the makeup side. And then there's Samantha Sherman. I love Samantha Sherman. I still watch her. She's one of my favorites. I just love how happy she is and how sweet she seems to be. And, she's such a good mom, and I love their vlog channel. I've watched her for years, back before all that stuff happened with her and where she shut down her channel and then brought it back. I watched all of their pregnancy vlogs with their first child, and oh God, I just loved her. And I still watch their vlogs now. But her, I came across her from How to Make Green Eyes Pop. I remember, you know, her sitting in this, you know, in this living room or kitchen, and she, you know, was showing on how to pop those green eyes, and I have green eyes, so that's what I searched for, and I came across her, and then I was hooked, and I subscribed, and of course, you know, watched all of her videos. She used to do like Playboy kind of, you know, smoky eyes. I mean, she would do all kinds of stuff. She's great at what she does, and she's a good product reviewer, so you can always count on her for product reviews. So I love Samantha Sherman. And then the last one you've heard me talk about, she's like the most recent, is Jacqueline Hill 1. Love her, love her, love her. I can't say enough about her. She is probably my top YouTuber of all time. I love watching her. And how I came across her was one day I usually do YouTube from my phone, so I don't really see, I have the iPhone, and it doesn't, like the YouTube app, I mean, it doesn't really show like related videos or anything like that. And at least from what I can tell. So I was actually at the desktop one day, and I was on YouTube for something, and I saw over here on the side, it said, you know, videos recommended for you, and it was Jacqueline Hills The Smoky Cat Eye, which I actually did a video recreating it using the Naked Basics palette, which I can link that below, and I'll link all these wonderful ladies down below as well. And I watched her, and I subscribed, and then I was kind of hooked because I've acquired so much MAC products, and she uses mostly MAC, and so it was like, oh my God, this is perfect. This is like match made in heaven. I can see exactly, you know, what I need to do, and, you know, what colors to use, and just different ideas. And so, oh, I'm hooked on her, and she's a great teacher, and she's very knowledgeable. It just amazes me how much knowledge that she has, and oh, I just love her. So those are my top 5 YouTubers as far as like, you know, how it started and everything, and then, you know, basically what I learned from them, how I came about them, because I think it's neat, especially me doing YouTube. I mean, I'm not a big YouTuber, but like I'm comfortable with my subscribers, and I'm over 2,000 now, which thank you guys so much. It's so amazing to me that I even reached that. I remember sitting there when I started, oh my God, I can't wait till I get to 200, you know. But I'm really grateful for that. But like, to me, it's just neat because it's like, you know, there's so many people on YouTube. It's like, how do you come across these people? I mean, there's so many people out there trying to do the same things and talk about the same things and show the same things. And a lot of times, a lot of great people get lost. So I just always think it's very neat to see like where, you know, like what they did. I mean, especially me doing YouTube videos, it's like, you know, what video do I do that, you know, that you see, you know, or that you come across, or, you know, how do you come about it? Did somebody talk about it? You know, it's just so neat, like the chain reaction and, you know, the word of mouth that happens with YouTube. Because I mean, I've seen people, you know, grow overnight because of word of mouth, and it's just amazing to me. So I wanted to do this as far as like tell you guys my favorite YouTubers and what I've learned from them, and how I came to YouTube. Basically, it was a few years ago. We had moved here to Missouri, and all my family was down in Texas, and it was just his family here. And I remember being very lonely. I didn't have anybody except his family, and I wasn't fully comfortable with them yet. I mean, I was, but I was kind of out of place, you know. I had Grace, and she was like 1, and it was just a lot of new things. And I just, you know, one day, I mean, I've always loved makeup since, you know, junior high school. And, you know, watching these girls, you know, Emily Noel and Candy Johnson and TiffanyDS and Samantha Sherman and all of them. I mean, I just, one day you know, I didn't have hardly anything for makeup collection as far as like high end. I had mostly drugstore, and I remember ordering the e.l.f. 100 palette and just started up, and, you know, the quality was horrible, and I was nervous as, you know, nervous can be, and it was just funny. But I just, you know, I just started, and then, you know, just started doing my thing. And, you know, I was very nervous under the camera, and I didn't really put a lot into it at first. Like, I mean, I would do a video, and then it would be months, and, you know, I just didn't really know where I stood. And now I'm just kind of like, you know, I'll do a video. I'm not trying to be, you know, the next big thing. I'm not, you know, I'm doing it for fun and for a hobby. But that's how I kind of came across, you know, in doing YouTube. And I always think it's interesting to hear, especially some of the bigger gurus, you know, like how did they start? Like, who did they watch? You know, because obviously they didn't just wake up one day and they're like, okay, I'm going to do YouTube today. You know, they had to come across it somehow. And I just always think a lot of them don't share it enough. And I think it's just neat to see like how everything came about. But so that's it, guys. It's just kind of like a quick short video on, you know, YouTube, I just think it's interesting, and I'd like to know how you guys came across me. And if you have any questions for me, definitely leave those below and I can do a question and answer video. But I'm going to link all of these ladies down below so you can check them out. I know a lot of you probably have heard of a lot of them, or most of them, if not all of them, but I just kind of wanted to share with you this little tag. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you don't do videos, definitely please leave a comment below on how you came across my channel. Just because I think it's so neat and interesting. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.